Hello, my name is Bree, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Breezy Banter, the place where I talk about the things I want to talk about. In today's video, I'm doing a continuation of the series that I have here on my channel, where I talk about new products that have been released in the beauty sphere, and discussing, for the most part, why I won't be purchasing them. There are a handful of products in today's video that I actually am interested in purchasing, but I'll describe to you my process for avoiding making any impulse purchases. So with that in mind, I have Trend Moods Instagram as well as Makeup on Your Radar 2's Instagram up on my computer, and so I'm just gonna pull the posts that are of particular interest to myself. So the very first product, which is really related to two products, but I'm gonna talk about them separately, is the new All Hours Hyper Luminized Powder by YSL. This is described as multi-use highlighting powder, adds glow wherever you want all day long. Lightweight, a creamy powder highlighter that melts into the skin upon application and is enriched with light reflecting microbeads that last for 12 hours. Highlights your facial features or adds glow, easy to apply and blends seamlessly with the skins, does not clog pores, 3 shades. For whatever reason, this product actually does interest me. I know I won't purchase it because I already have beautiful highlighters in my collection. I think I probably own maybe 4 or 5 highlighters, and like they're all incredible. So I don't need to add another one to it, let alone one from YSL that the price isn't listed here, but my guess is this is like close to $100 Canadian. That said, I think the colors here are gorgeous. In particular, that very bottom color, it's almost like an opal with like a purple sheen to it. And although I don't think it's like a multi-chrome, though perhaps it is, or I guess a duochrome in this case, it seems like that would just be beautiful on skin. And that one really has my eye. Of course, the two above it, like kind of peachy, maybe slightly more brown color, and then a pink is classic. But I think these are gorgeous. They sound really nice. I think the packaging is also quite nice. The only thing that really deters me, aside from the fact that I don't need them, and they're likely to be very expensive, is that they say that they last for 12 hours. I probably would just like not, if I was responsible for making this pitch, I just wouldn't include that, because 12 hours isn't really that long for makeup. Like I would expect anything on my face to last like 18 hours. So marketing it as 12 hours kind of indicates to me that it would last even less long, like 12 hours is under like ideal conditions. So I do find that a little off-putting, but all of that to say, I won't be purchasing this, but I think that bottom highlighter in particular is absolutely stunning. Related to this, there is the new Make Me Blush 24-hour buildable powder blush, also by YSL. See, here they mentioned 24 hours, so that makes me think like the other one, the highlighter really isn't going to last 12 hours, or at least long enough for most people to like go about their day. So this is described as a little blush in a little clutch, a long-lasting velvety soft blush that provides buildable color in silky satin and soft matte finishes, lightweight and blurs onto cheeks, lasting 24 hours without leaving skin feeling dry. $45 American, which is probably around maybe $65 Canadian. So there are two colors here that really have my attention, and they're the ones on the opposite corner, so that dark purple and then the very kind of like bubblegum pink color. And again, I won't be purchasing this. These just have my attention in large part because that purple blush, although I expect that it's not made for someone of my skin tone, I have been, as I've documented on this channel, searching for a purple blush, and this is much more in tune with the type of purple that I'm looking for, as opposed to a purple that turns pink. Like this seems like this would actually stay purple on the cheeks. So that has my interest. And then I think that pink bubblegum color is just really pretty. I imagine it would be quite flattering on me. It looks like it's kind of the color that my cheeks turn with just the slightest amount of sun, where like they don't quite tan, they're just getting a little bit bright from the sun. So I think these are nice. Again, I won't be purchasing it, just it's very expensive, and I don't need another blush. So again, I won't be purchasing these. At this point, they're just quite expensive for what they are. And in terms of the blush colors that I would like to add to my collection. As I've mentioned, a purple like that, as well as like a very cherry red, is really what's on my mind. I just don't think I need to go to YSL to find a purple blush of interest to myself. The next item that I wanted to talk about is the new Future collection by MAC. It says, introducing a futuristic spring limited edition collection that will encourage you to take a step towards the future, from daytime elegance to nighttime jewel colors. So they have a lipstick, several lipsticks, lip balm, lip pencil, cream blush, and an eyeshadow palette. And then I'm guessing it says fix and stay over. So I'm guessing that's like a makeup, like their setting spray. And then a mascara. I've heard good things about that mascara. I'm thinking from Charlotte Holdcroft, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the cream blushes that they've had, I've never tried one myself, but if it's anything like their, I can't quite remember the name, like the Play blushes or something like that. They're very popular, like powder to cream blush that they have. I feel like I've heard almost exclusively good things about that as well. That said, I don't think the colors here interest me at all. The only thing that I really wanted to mention was, I feel like I don't like this collection. To me, it doesn't look like something I'd find in Sephora. It looks like something I would give to like a child to play with. I think part of it is that the eyeshadow palette, I think it's reminding me of the Lisa Elbridge eyeshadow palettes that she came out with, I'm not even sure, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, with the 6 pans. And I think just like that, the container for it is like, it looks the same. And so in my head, I feel like I saw this years ago. It's a futuristic, they say it's a futuristic collection, and I just don't see it. So this doesn't interest me, though. That said, I imagine the products themselves probably work at least decently well in terms of the blushes and the mascara. I feel like I don't hear anything about MAC eyeshadows. I know I have a single from them that's like, it has to be disgusting. It must be like 12 years old at this point, but it doesn't smell weird or anything, so I keep it around and I use it, and like it's good, but it is a single. It's not in a palette like this. And so I have no idea what this will, how this will perform. The other thing that's interesting to me is they only describe one eyeshadow palette, but in the pictures here, it definitely looks like there's 2. So I'm not sure if the description is incorrect or if like one of these palettes is very badly photographed. I actually think it is the same palette. It's just badly photographed, because in the bottom right picture, it looks like it's purple, whereas in the top right picture, it looks blue, like completely different. But I'm pretty sure it is actually the same palette. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hard to know if it's actually purple or blue, but in the end, it doesn't interest me enough to purchase it. So next I wanted to discuss the MCO Beauty brand that is coming to Target. It sounds like it's actually already available there. It's an Australian brand that is focusing on luxe for less, beautiful formulas, affordable dupes, cruelty-free, and vegan. Every product is now under $15. So it sounds like it's already available, online at Target, and it will be available in stores February 16th. So I was watching Total Makeup Junkie's new makeup releases video this morning, and she mentioned that she does not like dupes. I have a different view on it. For the most part, I think dupes are, if you're able to manage your finances to the point that if you think you will be happy buying a dupe as opposed to the object that you think you're trying to dupe, I think dupes are actually really good. I've mentioned before, I have some conflicting feelings on it, but for the most part, I am in support of them. And so I like seeing this. I'm looking at the pictures that they have. It seems like they have some dupes for not Sunday Riley. It looks like they have some dupes for Drunk Elephants products, Sol de Janeiro. This might be Refi products, and then Charlotte Tilbury. I think by and large, if you can get what you want at a lower price point for consumers, I think generally speaking, that's a positive thing. So I actually am interested in this. I'm I'm not going to go out and buy anything, but the next time I'm in a Target, I probably will take a look. Next is the Honey Gloss Ceramide Therapy Hydrating Hair Mask by Gizu. So it's described as a hair therapy mask for intense hydration, strength, and glossy shine without weighing hair down. It's $42, and it is releasing tomorrow, which is interesting because I thought I saw another post that said it was releasing today. Anyways, I saw this yesterday, and I'm actually really interested in this. That said, what I've done is I've gone ahead and added it to my Sephora wish list, and I suspect in like a month, my desire for this product will significantly wane. So it's actually, although this says that it's $42 American, it was only $57 Canadian. So that exchange rate is like very much in Canadians' favor, which is kind of interesting. That said, I think what's getting me here is the marketing photos. Although I do occasionally enjoy a mask for my hair, I don't think it's necessarily the best way to ensure healthy hair. And while I think this looks like the texture of the mask itself looks like it's just very luxurious, and I think that's what's getting me. I suspect if this, as well as the shape of the container, I suspect if this was just a typical circular container with like a screw cap and I didn't see what the product looked like, I wouldn't be tempted at all. And what I imagine is going to happen is about a month from now, I'm going to go on the Sephora website, I'm going to check my loves list, I'll see this and be like, yeah, I'm just not interested. For the time being, I think it looks really nice, and whoever did the marketing photos did a great job, and I currently want it, I just won't be buying it for now. The next thing that I wanted to discuss is the new Pinpoint Concealer Micro Correcting Pencil by Lisa Eldridge. I think I said Elbridge earlier. I meant Eldridge, my apologies. It says precise 1.5 millimeter pencil tip, intensely pigmented yet comfortable, creamy gel concealer pencil for micro camouflaging and micro shadow lifting. Creamy gel formula slides on effortlessly and blends seamlessly to the skin with a soft matte focus and skin-like finish. A twist-up mechanism pencil with an incorporated sharpener, perfect for on the go, waterproof, long wear, vegan and cruelty-free, 16 shades, $34. I don't have good thoughts about this particular release. So first of all, they say 16 shades, which fine. However, there's like 6 colors there that look like they're literally just straight up orange. They're kind of maybe from the 4th on the left-hand side to maybe the 10th. I feel like those are orange, and that's just not going to work for the vast majority of people's complexions. On top of that, you don't get, I've seen people talking about the amount of product that you get for this, and you don't get a lot. And so $34, again, I'm assuming that's American, which is probably 50 or so dollars Canadian, for not a lot of product is not enticing to me. And concealers don't really make me excited. Like if I'm going to spend a lot of money on something, I want it to be on something that's either a crucial step in my routine and I need it to just last all day, it's covering a large surface area of my face, so something like a foundation I'm much more willing to spend a decent amount of money on, or it's unique and I'm thinking something like color cosmetics. So given the amount of product that you get, given the price, given the shade range, I'm not here for this. That said, I personally do, I can't think of the word, like I do spot concealing. You know how you'll see people do like big swipes of concealer like all around their face? I don't do that. If I do conceal, I focus on spots. So if this product was released under a different set of circumstances, I might be far more interested in it because it's more relevant to the way that I currently do my makeup. That said, it's not, so I will not be purchasing it. So next I wanted to talk about the Twilight by ColourPop New Moon collection. So they have a variety of things that they're releasing. There's only a handful of things that interest me. That said, I think this release is really good. I'm not a Twilight fan. Like I've seen at least some of the movies. I don't think I saw the last one. It's possible I'm not sure. I know I've seen some of them. And I have read the books, but I'm not really a fan. Anyways, I think the eyeshadow palette is actually like gorgeous. even without the collaboration aspect to this, if I was someone who was, basically this is what I did. When I was first getting into makeup, I ordered the Bretman Rock by ColourPop collection. I didn't know who Bretman Rock was. All I saw was that he had released a eyeshadow palette that interested me and had colors that I thought I could work with. If I was doing that today, I think this is probably the palette that I would purchase. It's very similar to the one that I ended up purchasing from that earlier collection. So I like it. I think it's just a nice eyeshadow palette that will work for a lot of people. And I imagine that people who have a lot more experience with eyeshadow could probably make some killer looks with this. And then people who are new could also make some like more, let's say, casual looks. On top of that, I also really like the Super Shock shadows that they have here. In particular, that sort of olive green, almost golden color, I think is stunning. Although I enjoy the other color, like the kind of like deep, it's almost like a purple tinted burgundy. That's not a color that I would wear that often myself. Almost never, actually. But I think these two colors are like, they're gorgeous. So I really like that. And then the multi-chrome shadow sticks, I think these look, again, just like really, really good. So although I'm not enamored with the IP at play here, I think the individual products themselves are actually pretty nice. So I like this. The collection doesn't have anything that I feel I need or want beyond sort of a passing like, okay, I see what you're doing there, but I like what they're doing. I just won't be purchasing it this time. So there are two more products that I wanted to talk about. One is the DD Signature Blush and Glow collection, where bold and daring meets inclusivity. So introducing the Blush and Glow collection, a complete set with pigmented yet buildable formula to transform your makeup routine. This collection includes a Bliss brush trio for $23. It looks like this was almost like cut off the description because that's where it stops and there's clearly like other products in this picture. I just wanted to briefly touch on the blush palettes themselves. Again, I think I'm just a sucker for very vibrant and saturated colors, particularly when it comes to blushes as well as lip color. And so although I won't be purchasing these, I really like what they're doing here. I imagine that these are just gorgeous, and I think they'll work for a variety of skin tones, provided some of the deeper colors show up. Like I'm looking at that, the darkest, it's not quite a purple, but like that dark purple shade. And I think that would be gorgeous on someone that has darker skin. But I imagine as a light-skinned person that if I used a light hand, that would still look pretty good on myself as well. So all of that to say, I don't need to bring in 3 new blushes at a time to my collection, but I like this and I like where it's going. I also want to say that I often find that for a lot of face palettes, some of the colors they can be very similar. And so although you might have like a pink palette, the colors are just so similar that it's like, well, is it really worth it to get, for example, 3 different colors if it's just variations of pink that are all kind of light? And for me, the answer is unequivocally no, it's not worth it. But I look at this and it's like, there is a light pink. There is a very vibrant, almost neon pink. And then there is like a darker kind of pinky purple. And same thing with like the oranges and red there. There's enough variation there, yet still remaining cohesive, that I think it's very interesting. Okay, I actually lied. That was the last product, so my apologies. So that's all that I had to talk about today. There are some things coming out that I wasn't really expecting. I'm excited to see what's coming out. It seems like there are good things on the horizon. Of course, there are some products that just don't interest me whatsoever, but then I see what like DD Signature is doing. I see what YSL is doing, and I was like, when was the last time YSL had me interested? Like I couldn't tell you. So I am enjoying this time in the beauty sphere and looking at it with a critical eye and saying a job well done to the products that I think are very interesting and taking my time in terms of making a decision as to whether or not I'll purchase an item so as to not ruin my financial health. With that in mind, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Before I go, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Bye.